Is beauty in the eye of the beholder? Well, this challenge kind of reminds me of the "can we be good without God" challenge, in that the very first thing that we need to do is make a distinction. We need to make a distinction between the ontological and the epistemological. Because this question, is beauty in the eye of the beholder, can actually be answered yes and no. In the epistemological sense, yes, beauty, or the perception or experience of beauty, is in the beholder. And so there is a perceiving subject who can see something and either recognize its beauty or not. And you don't have to believe in God to recognize whether something's beautiful or ugly. Also, I think in the perceiving, there are some subjective elements there. There's some elements of taste in our perceptions, so that you and I can actually develop tastes that allow us to perceive beauty better. Or we can actually dull our senses and actually develop a taste for more ugly art. And so there are some subjective elements in it. So there is certainly an epistemological aspect where beauty is perceived by subjects. However, we want to make the distinction between the ontological. Is beauty itself merely subjective? The answer to that is no. There are objectively beautiful things. And I think a very simple argument for this is just contrasting some clear case examples. So if there is no objectivity to beauty, that means the work of Picasso or Monet or Michelangelo or Da Vinci or Rembrandt. Those works are no different than someone taking a canvas and smearing feces on it. If there's no objective basis to beauty, then you cannot say that one is better than the other. We could do the same thing with music. You could take some great classical piece by Beethoven and say it's no more beautiful than Rebecca Black's song Friday, right? That internet viral song. If there's no objective beauty, then those things are on the same level. People just have a difference in preference. And so I think that clearly shows there's objectivity to beauty. And of course, when we look at something like a magnificent sunset, there are real properties of that sunset. There are tones and hues and colors that are real properties of that thing, that objective thing. So, is there objective beauty? Absolutely. And so we need to make a distinction between the perceiving subjects and the perceived objects. And so is beauty in the eye of the beholder? Yes, in terms of our ability to perceive and our experience as perceivers. But is beauty itself merely subjective? No, there is objective beauty. In fact, this ends up being a great apologetic for Christianity, because objective beauty, objectively beautiful things like art and music and film, actually point beyond themselves to the grounding or the source of all beauty. That is the beautiful one himself, God. Psalm 27 tells us that he is beautiful. We want to gaze upon his beauty ultimately as the source of objective beauty.